It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Giants and the 49ers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis to my left, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, it's a good time to be a 49er fan. The roster is loaded. You got stars on both sides of the ball. The time seems like it's now. Aside from health, what needs to happen for the Niners to make a Super Bowl run?
Well, if you're a team trying to play them, you're always trying to figure out, how do I slow down an offense that seems to morph and change from week to week and attack defense's weaknesses? And then on the other side, how are you going to block those pass rushers? How are you going to block those guys who get after the quarterback on every snap? Good luck. This is a loaded 49ers team.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, what a turnaround last season in year one of the Brian Daboll era, Charles. Yes, they finished behind the Eagles and Cowboys, but they did win 9 games and one more for good measure at Minnesota in the wild card round.
Talk about establishing a new base, a new culture, and getting into the playoffs while doing it. So tough to beat this Giants team in the fourth quarter. They expect that to continue.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Samuel. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one complete to Hodgins.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll find Hodgins there complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Jones back, a couple of fakes as he'll set up to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
That's the type of impact play you expect from McCaffrey, the comeback player of the year runner-up in 2022. Despite a midseason trade, put up almost 1,900 all-purpose yards and also made his second Pro Bowl.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening. I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Let's go now, let's go. They can't stop us.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Barkley inside handoff, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle with Barkley.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Jones.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
Another pass complete to Bellinger.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Barkley diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
McLeod now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 3rd down and 13. As they've got it as we resume action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Purdy from the gun. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Shotgun now with Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 17 yards out. And the Niners have regained the lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And from his end zone, here's Gary Brightwell. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Let's go now, let's go. This is the calm before the storm, baby. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Oh, another big wrap up there by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year who led the league with 18.5 sacks in 2022. Became the second 49er and 10th player ever to win both that and Defensive Rookie of the Year awards during their career.
McLeod to return it. Gets past one man. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
They get Pro Bowl tackle Trent Williams for the infraction there.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
When a linebacker is able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
3rd and 9 here. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Again, it's Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Operating from the gun, Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
The slot man in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Bobby Okereke in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Drake Jackson
In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
On 3rd down, Barkley. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Final play of the half. Purdy.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
They'll start with the option.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
69 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down.
That is incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Jones on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back to throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Drake Jackson, his 2nd sack of the night. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 23.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Purdy. And this one too low.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 16.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he'll go underneath here to Breida.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here's McLeod on the return.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That is caught, and he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, There just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy.
Under pressure, they got him again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He's got the rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jones. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Slot man moves right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Again, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Giants win the football game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you're talking about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home. In the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game. You had all those. So you were really a day behind. Now the video's on their computers as they get on the plane to head back, so they can get a lot of work done on the plane while they celebrate.
It's going to be a long red eye, but as you said, a celebratory red eye back home. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.